Hey guys, we are doing it. So this is the countdown to the last 10 days, or should I say count? I don't know. I think it is to next week we should start doing the countdown, right? All right, so this is day 31. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm very excited. I'm grateful. I am happy. And the one reason why I'm very excited is because if you know me, like you know that I love to take action, you know I love to do things, you know me, you know I'm a solution enthusiast, right? So you know that about me. And I love what this week is about. This week is about the power of doing God's chosen fast. The power of doing. Oh my God. I feel like when I got to understand this last year, it really strengthened, it really exposed, it really shaped my experience through my life last year. Yeah. And one of the beautiful things I'm going to say is why have you not ordered my book? I feel like if you order my book, if you get to read my book, you get to see, you get to understand what I'm talking about, right? So please check the description below. I posted the link there. Go order my book. All right, so let's get into what today is about. Today's fast is about helping, and the characteristics for today is respect. Now, but first, let's talk about helping. I love this part. Like, I love it. I love it. Starting from the quote of the day. The quote of the day was talking about they are dreamers and they are doers, but the best kind of combination is the world needs dreamers who do. That is, dreamers who take action. And this made me remember this particular song that was sung during the World Cup last year. We are the dreamers, we make it happen, and we can see it. Okay, guys, I don't know, but you can go check it out. Go check the sound out. It's a very, very amazing. I love the sound actually. I dig it. Like, I love it. I love the lyrics. I love everything about it. So powerful. And that's the beautiful thing. For example, imagine if God has said, if God was a dreamer and a doer. Imagine if God has just said, let there be light, and there was no action backing it. The Bible said, let there be light, and there was light. Do you understand? Imagine if God had just said, let there be light, and there was no action backing it. The kind of trust that we both have in God, that whenever God says it, He will do it. We won't have it, right? So don't be that kind of person that just speaks but does not put action into it. Be like God. God speaks and He puts action into it. He says you are blessed, and immediately He blesses you. And that has made our trust in Him like become so solid. Like, we are so, like, a lot of us trust God because we know that He is a God who speaks and who does. So if God has that characteristics, why don't you, as a child, have that characteristics? See, one of the things that really changed my mind, really changed my mindset about taking action, about doing is, I remember reading my Bible and seeing it in my Bible that for every time God speaks, He acts. And then I told myself, I said, if I keep saying I am like God, I am God's child, lion cannot give birth to sheep now. Lion has to give birth to lion. And sincerely, that's one of the secrets of my consistency of me taking action, is because I got to understand that I got to change my perspective that God literally wakes me up every day. God is consistent. God is consistent in all His ways. He consistently gives me breath in my, He consistently gives me breath. He consistently opens my eye every morning. That is the highest and the biggest kind of consistency for me. Do you understand? So I feel like consistency is one of the ways by which I say thank you to God. Okay, let's go into what today is about. So, 4 things stood out for me today when it comes to helping. Number one, it says that what you do affects the life of your soul as much as your thoughts and your words. And it is so true. One of the things I found out is that the more I kept, doing things, I kept putting action to things, the more my self-confidence was building, the more confident I became. And I get people tell me that, okay, but this is not your consistency. My consistency is in doing the things God has put in my hands. One of the things He told me about this year, which I have not done yet, is He told me to learn about potential. and he told me to read the book about potential from Miles Monroe. And I remember that when I have just one of the book, which is I have the part two of the book, which is releasing your potential. The part one and the part three, I don't have it. So I'm currently in Lagos, and by the grace of God, if not the end of this month, by next month, I'll go get those two copies and I will sit down with the three books. I will read, I will study it. That's one of the things I want to do by the grace of God between June and July. I want to read, I want to study, and I just want to break down the understanding of potential, because I believe strongly that understanding it is going to help me out in pivoting this year. So see, okay, I don't even know why I shared that with you, but I just wanted you to understand that taking action is very, very important. And you see, when you take action, your knowledge increases, your confidence increases, your esteem increases. Sincerely. Now, the second thing I wrote here is that you and I were created and put on earth to do something. So I really don't like it when people are just like, me, I'm okay with my career. I like, you were created on this earth to do something. Find something to do. You don't have to do it yourself. You can just be sponsoring somebody doing it. Just make sure you are doing it. Make sure you are increasing. Make sure you are bringing people into this kingdom of God. Right. Now, the third thing is that living your authentic life is a journey of exploit, not a destination. Living an authentic life is a journey of exploit. It is not a destination. And lastly, your ability to make things happen impacts your thoughts, it raises your self-esteem, and it affects the way you see your life. I've already explained it. Now, the characteristics for today is respect. And I love this so, so much. I noticed something about myself, that the way I respect myself has increased. For example, in the little things, actually, in the little things. For example, I noticed that whenever I pick up something of mine, yeah, I don't just throw it on the floor. I don't just misundo it. Like, I'm always like undo. Like, I remember one of my friends, like, I remember telling her that, why did you drop that thing like that? You undo it. And she was like, hey, it's just thing, no. I was like, I don't care. So far, it is mine. It has me. And the people were just looking at me like, hello, hello. It's not you. That I said, when you carry something that belongs to me, it is an extension of me. Oh my God. When you are able to respect can be described as to hold in esteem and in honor. And one of the beautiful things about respect is that in the Bible, you will notice that respect and honor are used interchangeably. Yes, they are used interchangeably. Respect and honor are used interchangeably. It's very, very important. And another thing I love that I wrote about today's fast in respect is that it says you may be instrumental to helping others embrace their authenticity. So imagine that kind of thing. The more people you bring into the kingdom, right? And see, guys, it is just what I'm doing right here. Do you get? Last year, I did this challenge. It helped me embrace my authenticity. It helped me in my journey. And now, look at me packaging the same thing, the same experience, encouraging you, inspiring you to take the same experience. And I'm very, very sure it has inspired your journey also, right? What do you think? You see, I love living my life. I love who I am becoming. I love it so, so much. I so much love it, because it gives me this opportunity to, to be amazing and to bring people into the amazing life that I have been privileged to discover. I want to read something real quick to you. He said something about David Allen here. He said the author of the best-selling book gets it all done. He says that just taking the next step of what you already know to do increases productivity, and your ability to make things happen impacts your life. It raises your self-esteem. I already said that. Okay, this is the part where I wanted to actually talk about. The part where it says, do what you can with what you have where you are. A lot of people forget this particular aspect. Do what you can with what you have where you are. In the year 2022, I started 5 different company organizations on WhatsApp with 0 naira. For example, the Singles and Intentionally community, I started it without any money on WhatsApp. And I literally wake up to DMs of people saying, thank you so much for starting Singles and Intentionally Waiting community. TOL service community, the same thing. I kid you not. My ebook that I'm currently telling you to buy, I started with 0 naira. It was just an idea, a thought. Do you understand? It's so powerful and it's so important. I just wanted to encourage you to out there, please, that you are listening to this, please and please and please and please and please. Don't think you need big things. Start. Let me read that to you again. Do what you can with what you have where you are. You know, one of the members of the Singles and Intentional Unity community, she shared a good news with me of how one of our podcasts have been getting listeners in Pakistan, and they called her, they want her, and I'm just like, I'm just so excited. This babe doesn't really have, like, I don't think, if you see her, she's pretty, like in her own petty little way, very short and doing her own thing, just releasing audios on podcasts, and she was just releasing from Abeokuta. Like, imagine this, the from Abeokuta. Our podcast is not even getting listeners in Nigeria, in Africa, Pakistan. Like, yo, guys, do you see? Imagine if she had not put that podcast out there. Just imagine. So stop. It's just like what we learned last week, right? Stop depriving somebody of your voice. Stop depriving somebody of your voice. Your voice is important. So stop depriving someone of your voice. Someone needs to listen to your voice. Well, guys, that's it for today. That's it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for listening to it. And by the way, if you know of anybody that should, take this for today so fast, please feel free to encourage them to take the podcast. If there is anybody you know that should read my book also, please introduce my book to them and let them read my book. All right, guys, like, come your way next time. Thank you so much for listening. Okay, let me share one of the things that I look forward to this year. I look forward to publishing my book. The year I did a lot. I look forward to publishing it on Amazon, and I look forward to getting readers all over the world. I kid you not. I look forward to it. I might even try and put it on Okada books. So maybe I should try it out. I might try it out. You never can tell. I look forward to sharing that good news with you. Well, that is if you are in Singles and Intentionally Waiting. That is if you are listening to the podcast, right? And look at this amazing podcast that I'm also doing. Imagine if I had not done it. Okay, drop in the comment section if this podcast has been a good thing for you. Drop it in the comment section. Just put it in the comment section that this podcast has been a good resource for me. Just let me know. All right, so I come your way next time. My name is the Global Toluwakemi. God bless you and thank you so much.